But we have an Islamic principle that anything which doesn't conflict with Islam is perfectly acceptable. And as the ayah was quoted at the beginning, that sets the premise for this discussion actually as well, it is how we should view it. The ayah carries on after it mentions what we've divided into tribes and nations so that you may recognize each other. And then the ayah, Inna akramakum indallahi atqakum, verily the best out of you is the one who has most taqwa. So don't use it and abuse it for, social, political, economic ends, where people do that. So whether it's marriage or whether it's to make sure that the inheritance or the jaidad stays within, the property stays within one clan and you get married into cousins, that's the mindset behind that. If you don't use it for that, then it's a positive thing.
The hierarchy which the caste system brings, I mean, yourself, if you don't mind me, you're Raja yourself, and we also have a Syed, very esteemed caste positions as well. Obviously some people benefit. What's your view on this?
Again, the system have developed there in Pakistan. It's, if you look at it, that it came imported from Hinduism into Islam, and we gave it the name of Islam. What the British when the British took over India, they exploited it more. Even in the army, they called it martial races. They brought only 4 or 5 races out of entire India. Not only in Pakistan, entire India, 4 or 5 major clans or races they brought into there. So that have fueled the situation which was already there. When we came into Pakistan, and especially coming over here, again, let me tell you that there's economic or commercial reason behind it. And that's where the people think that in this country, at least women have the right to claim inheritance from father, from husband, and so on. And they are thinking, oh, if my daughter marries to such and such person, she'll take my jaidad with her. And that's a very shortcoming, but that is the fact there.
There was a time where the local community could not find someone to represent them being elected as a councillor. Someone nominated someone that, oh, there's a guy who's actually does everything for this community. Why can't you actually elect him? And the word came out from one of the community leader. I'm sorry, no offense, I have to use a particular style of this language, saying, oh, usne ta biradiri the koi nahi. I mean, he hasn't got any biradiri. But someone said, well, he is your biradiri because he does everything for you, Lord. He's been here for 40 years, he's been serving your community. He does everything, he educated you. Now, why can't you elect him? But no, I mean, sorry to say that. Well, this is what exactly the words I experienced. And I was sitting in that meeting there, and I was just heading my head like, where I'm sitting with these people. They were so much into brotherhoodism. It's only, I'm not going to name, but it's only one particular geographical part of the country that they actually think like that. Some of the liberal part of the country actually gone out of it, but some are still there, and I take it as a negative because what they do sometimes, like in forced marriages, they use this card against their own youngsters. All of these youngsters, the present generation, really don't care about brotherhoodism, to be honest. They want to go around everywhere with anyone, but what they don't want to be forced into things like that. But some people, the middle community, middle-aged community, I would say, sorry to say, no offense, they do want to do that various reasons because they want to keep them with their own rules, within our culture, but sometimes I think they only use it just to control them.
The people who came educated from Pakistan, their attitude is different. People who have come from very humble background, their attitude is different. So we have to look at it, but this thing is again illuminating, and fourth generation nobody will care.
But this is also affecting.